Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you along. And after all those low vibration readings, I'm going to do something, have a reading on something that's really exciting me, and I just want to explore a little bit further. So I'm going to use my Lightseers Tarot card, then I'll draw some cards. I was really drawn to the Nature's Whispers Oracle cards right at the very end. So, news come out. Actually, it's a couple of months old, but it crossed my path over the weekend. What happened is, goodness knows how long ago, a huge meteor struck in Somalia. This meteor has been part of the oral records of the Somalians and has been revered for as long as history can remember. However, this particular meteor was discovered by modern day scientists back in 2020. Middle of COVID, slowed things down a little bit, but it's starting to ramp up again. So what's happened is that the modern day scientists have found this meteor. They have taken a slice of this meteor and they discovered, while looking at this slice, that there are two new, completely unknown to Earth minerals contained within this particular slice. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So what happens is that the universe provides at the time when we are ready to be able to acknowledge the information that comes through and use it. Now we are going through a period of huge change at the moment, so I'm desperate for a haircut. Just haven't got round to getting one. So what's happening is we're going through a huge change of transition at the moment, from the old way to the new way, from the combustion to the renewables, etc., etc. So I'm just really excited about this discovery because it happens at a time when we need to know about it. So show me the energy, unknown. Now everything in the universe is based on the building blocks of life, including us. I mean, goodness me, I'm made up of exactly the same stuff that those plants, that mirror, that wooden chest of drawers. I'm made up of the same material. All of those items are made up of as well, just organised in a different order, which is really interesting in itself. And vibrating at a different level, and just really, really. So, what is the message that these two new minerals are bringing? Unknown, trying to work out the structure of them. I haven't really read in depth, but I will post on my community page when we finish the readings today the link to the news article in regards to it. So explore a little bit further. I'm looking at the spirituality of it. So show me. Show me. If I'm looking this way, I cricked my neck this morning, so I'm a little bit sore. It's also my notes are down there. But show me the message. Show me the message. Timing happens when it's meant to. Show me the message. That's coming from these two new minerals. Now, I'm a huge believer, and it's been proven time and again that information comes forward when we are ready to accept it. But also, if we don't accept it, we'll get that message repeated at us indefinitely until we do. For example, in regards to climate change, scientists recognised back in the 1970s that it was going to be an issue. Jimmy Carter put solar panels on the White House and developed a renewable energy thing. Reagan ripped the white panels off and disbanded the renewable energy industry in the US because humanity wasn't really ready at that time. And when I'm talking about humanity, I'm talking about the mass of humanity, the majority. And it does need a majority for change to come about. So we're at the stage now where the majority go, yeah, it is a thing because of flood events, horrific heating, ocean currents changing, reefs dying off, tornadoes more severe and more often over longer period of time, humanity's had this awakening. So this is really interesting that these minerals have come at a time when we've had this awakening, because I think it's really going to be something to do with technology going forward in regards to an endless renewable source of energy. I've read on this before, and I have seen that it will be given to us, presented to us when we're ready. So let us have a look. The energies behind these unknown minerals. Sorry if I'm waffling on. It's just one of those really interesting scenarios. The timing is right. It is time to move forward in regards to this. This is really dramatic movement forward. It's almost to start with uncontrollable movement forward, but it's very much go with it and work it out as you're going along so that you can then bring these horses together. So this is something that's going to bring about real intense progression. Oh, right. Challenged by those that aren't along with the ride, those that get caught up in the emotions of it. This is not an emotional. Those that get caught up in the, I'm going to say climate change deniers. I'm going to say those that are intensely evangelical. I'm not saying Christian here, evangelical, where it challenges the presence of God or the God figure that they have believed in, rather than understanding that God is within all of us and it is for us to commune personally with God. We don't need an intermediary. The challenge is going to be the emotion of it, which will make the path forward difficult to see. They'll get bogged down in this toxic quagmire. Okay, but we understand what that is. It's very much about those, the anti-vax group, the climate change deniers, the anti-whatever it is. So that's going to be the challenge. However, get on board or get left behind. The energies behind the scenes, seen and heard, and bringing forth the science of it. Yep, it has been revealed in the here and now. The spotlight is going to be shone on it. And we have here, just going to click over here to just bring these up a bit lighter for you. Oh, and then I've made them too light. This is very much about bringing forth the science. Kings are externally doing, queens are internally doing. This is externally bringing forth the knowledge, the wisdom, the science, the research. This is very much about bringing forth a new truth. Okay, let's see where this goes. It's a gift that is being offered to us. I'm not going to necessarily say the ETs brought through this meteor down in times past, but it is a gift that has been given to us. Not necessarily a financial gift. It's not even, this is about this new form of endless energy is not going to be in the hands of the few. It's going to be in the hands of the many. And it is a gift that's been given to us that will enable healing. And I'm going to say a different way of money being exchanged hands back and forth as well. Really good book to read if you get a chance is Utopia for Realists, which is talking about the fact of eliminating the mega billionaires doling out the pennies, basically. So this is a gift that we are being given that is an endless gift. Okay, love it. And this is kick up the pants truth moment. Absolutely. Again, a movement forward card. A movement forward. It's my harsh truth card, but it's also the fact that he's streaking towards this motorbike on foot can only run at a certain speed, but once he hops on that bike, boy oh boy, he is away with this. And again, swords energy, research, science, knowledge, technology, the karma hanging over, 10 of Cups, are bringing together an end of a cycle of division and a bringing together. Love it. For the people, for the planet, circles of support, coming together, bringing together. Instead of this divisiveness, there's no divisiveness cards here except for this one, which will be the challenge to it. And when I'm talking about divisiveness, it's certain people in society who start wars purely for power, personal power and gain reasons. It's those who hang on to mega billions. Goodness me, how many private jets does one meanwhile paying their people a pittance to keep basically a modern form of slavery? Those who spout fear and divisiveness purely for personal gain and power. That's ending. That is ending. This is next chapter stuff. This is ending of a cycle. Oh my goodness, I'm just feeling so incredibly excited of this. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen. Terrible with timing, but this is next chapter stuff that is really going to tear down this materialistic capitalist structure, the BS of the capitalist structure, so that a new society can be rebuilt anew. For those that are new, yes, I can do future life readings and I really enjoy them, but I do struggle with them because a lot of what I see in future lives is not even being thought of yet, so I struggle in how to explain it in current life cycle forms. But what I see, it's not Star Wars, but it's not Star Trek either, but it's more Trek than Wars, is what I see. So it is very much about tearing down the current structure of government and monopolies and materialism and capitalism, so it can be rebuilt in this beautiful community-based. Because if you think about it, I'm just even going to talk about solar panels with renewables. If every house had solar panels and batteries on it, we would not be reliant on external forces to supply energy to us. If it was available to everybody, we would not rely, and therefore it undermines a lot of the capitalist monopolies. Now, I do apologise if I sound like a communist here. I'm not bringing forward communist energy here. I'm just getting equal playing field for everyone. Yeah, a new beginning. Again, swords energy, a new beginning in technology, wisdom, knowledge, truth, honesty, but it will take steps to bring it about. So it's not an overnight. There are steps that need to be taken. And we've got the Hermit card here. This is intertwined also with a leveling up of spirituality. This is about being isolated in our internal spiritual reflection, where we have God within all of us. We have universal spiritual energy within all of us. This is about isolating ourselves off or being isolated, but it's more about a need to come down out of this safe space and take the steps necessary on this life journey path that we are meant to be on. Some will never come down, but most of us will, and we'll set out on this new journey. Look at this major arcana here. This is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. We've got here the feminine, got the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. This is not an emotional future. Yes, we will have emotions in the future, but the decision of this. So this queen is internally assessing, but she needs to put the emotions of it away, because this is the challenge, is getting caught up in the toxic emotions of it. It is not an emotional internal process as we come down off this. It's very much a clinical, intellectual reviewing in the face of this devil energy. Now, the devil energy, he very much in this particular deck, he's very much about the seductive allure of the same old, same old. You find when you get on social media, those that are in favour of internal combustion engine vehicles, boy, talk about rabid. But this is the seductive allure of not changing, not stepping up. So there's this internal process to go through. Truth, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, intellect. It's not an emotional decision to come down off this isolated self-reflection, spiritual path that we are meant to be on. The alternative is going down the same old, that brings nothing but despair. Brings nothing but despair and fighting. Infighting. We are being offered a new beginning, a cleansing beginning of hope and love and working together, where we can feel exuberated, joyful about this new future coming forward for us. Yeah, this is very much about working together. Working together to create magic. Again, there will be some that will try and control this, but it's also going to be very emotionally overwhelming for an element of society. It's going to really shake to the core some beliefs that they have really leant into. They're going to have to bring it to the surface and shine the light on the emotional how do I put this? The intense level, emotional level that they have drawn themselves into. Because we've then got the inspirational queen, new plan, new message, connection with spirituality in a different way. And it's been brought from the heavens. This is new cycle stuff. Letting go of past truths, in inverted commas, so that we can step through into this new beginning, walking away from these emotions towards a new horizon, a new dawn. It is time. This is a karmic moment where we can manifest our future. Absolutely. So this is very much those that have invested themselves really deeply into the fear of change, the fear of stepping up, the fear of the new, and they will fight tooth and nail to try and hang on to what they have. They're going to find it emotionally overwhelming, and that is going to be the challenge to the path forward. But there are more of us. So the path forward is basically this sort of energy. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Who would have thought two little minerals, I would have thought, in an asteroid can really, it is of its time. It is absolutely of its time. So show me, guys. This is going to be huge going forward. Keep an eye on it. It's not going to happen overnight. There are steps that need to be taken, but this is very much about shifting into this new age. Now, I must admit, I still drive an internal combustion engine car. It's a little Toyota Corolla with 330,000 kilometres on the clock. Still going good. Toyota, gotta love the Corollas. I am really wanting to invest next car being a renewable energy one, but I feel like we're at this. I have been feeling like this for a long time now, good couple of years or more actually, because I remember having a big argument with one of my brother-in-laws about EV vehicles. He actually was really anti-EV and I was pro. But my thing is that, and I've been feeling this for 4 or 5 years now, if not more, that we are going through a change from the Motorola to the smartphone. And we're going through this change, but we haven't reached, I'm using it as an analogy because it's quite, when you go from the brick to the smartphone, it was a massive upward curve, and then it's plateaued. I mean, I know, the memory size is improving, the camera quality is improving, but there really hasn't been a dramatic change in regards to the smartphone. And I feel like EVs are similar, that we're going through this dramatic change, but we haven't reached that plateau. And I'm really feeling working together in a creative nature, and it's going to be really life changing. Absolutely. Changing how we view everything. Okay, I want to have a look. How is these two new minerals? How did I get so excited about, what is it, 2 ounces, 2.5 ounces of these new minerals shading? How is this going to change going forward? Okay, I see an electrical current passing through something. It almost looks like, if I say it's electrodes in a nuclear reactor or something, but it's not nuclear. How is this going to change? Oh, it's on a really small scale. It's almost like everybody's going to have their own, and it's safe. There's no, and it's safe. It just creates from, what am I getting? So it almost looks like, it's almost like, a little, if you think of a terracotta pot plant, pot, it won't be terracotta, trust me. Well, it might be. It almost looks like a little terracotta pot. And there's these two electrodes, and they've got that electricity running back and forth across them. They're in this pot and they're creating electricity because it almost looks like there's literally one solar panel or something on the roof, like one panel. And it's putting down into this electrode, which is leaping across to that one, and that's going out and creating electricity. That's for me, for an electricity layperson, please, all you electrical engineers on there, don't hound me down. That's what it looks like. It looks like it will be something that simple. Wow. Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. What's this going to bring for the future? Yeah. Wow. Do I need to go any further? Wow. It's not going to happen overnight. There are steps that need to be taken, but this will allow people to step into their own power and create their own energy. If you have a look at this, it's coming from the sky. To me, it looks like it's coming from the sun that is creating this tree of life, this mandala, this dream catcher. Oh my goodness. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. The challenge is going to be grief, loss, heartbreak. There's going to have to be a real letting go. The challenge is going to be a grief of letting go. This is interesting. Foundation, another major arcana. Balance, justice, justice for all, actions having consequences. In the past, despair, locked out in the cold, but it's in the past. Those that can't access, those that are being held in a form of modern day slavery, but it's going to be in the past. I wonder whether this feeling of betrayal is going to be by those that no longer hold this power. Crowning this reading, the Seven of Wands. A lot of attacking of this higher vibration, this higher purpose. Again, from those that are in this energy, something completely out of left field coming forward. Absolutely. Something completely different coming forward out of left field. The Four of Wands, where it will bring freedom to those that have been oppressed. But just make sure you don't get dragged into any darkness, any negativity, any just fix your light there a bit. Just make sure you don't get dragged into, those on the social media that are attacking EV vehicles and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. Just make sure, just stay above it. Stay above it. Stay out in the freedom, because this is all about equality, support for others, community. I'm drawn to the constellation here, brought to us from the heavens, from the stars. Here, the inspirational queen, the compassionate, empathic, community-minded queen, bringing forth a new plan, a new message, a new idea that is going to be inspirational for many. However, the outcome, we've got the devil here. We do have a choice about which path we go down. Same old, or create something new. We've got here the masculine dominance, the despair at the masculine dominance, but the white raven of hope and freedom is coming through. Might be a manipulation card for those that are in control, the unbalanced relationship. So just crossroads moment. Do we stay with what is, or do we explore what can be? And I think we're going to explore what can be. So again, like with everything, I'm getting that on the base we've got this attempted sabotage in light of this new powerful message, but we've then got working together to make really solid forward progress. So, okay, again, it comes down to those that hold the power at the moment are not going to want to give it up. But more not wanting to give it up, they're wanting to try and hold on to this power. So just watch this with interest, be aware that we have the mature, emotionally mature. So those trying to hang on to the power are not emotionally mature. This is very much emotionally mature energy, diplomat, negotiator, bringing together, not resisting the future at all as we go through this next chapter stuff, and coming up with balance in society and balance on the earth. It's very much because at the moment oil and water basically dictate human life on Earth at the moment. And it's in the hands of the very few who are gaining power and control from it. So what's going to happen is that they'll backlash and attempt to hang on to that power and control, as always happens, but you cannot hold back forward progress. You cannot. But there is a path to go through in regards to this, a path that will fully expose those that are trying to hold it back, and will become an upwhelming. What I'm getting is an upwhelming where it can no longer be denied. Okay, going to draw a couple of cards from the Nature's Whispers Oracle. I love this deck. Just getting an urge to, oh, I've got something that snuck in there that wasn't supposed to be there. You know, I'll just put that aside. That was from previous reading I did. Okay, so just showing. Well, it could be very relevant. This was the oracle reading I did the other week. The two trees, Mother Nature coming together with love. Each time you notice a negative thought cross your mind, stop and consciously replace it with a positive one. Practice this until the pattern is broken and you will set yourself free. This is a blessing you give yourself. It will lead you to a feeling of deep peace and contentment. If you want to pause and read it. Did an oracle reading. Look at that the other day, last week. Something that I probably needed to be reminded of today as well, which is why it was still tucked in there. But show me what cards from the Nature's Whispers Oracle in regards to these two new unknown minerals, unknown on Earth. Oh, you want that one? Okay. What do you need to tell us about this? This is sort of the time when I wish I had galactic cards, but I don't. Should get myself a deck. But show me. Show me. You want that one? Show me. What is the message from this in that one? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful different cards. Okay. What have I got? Oh, this is going to be interesting. Inner truths. Moving from the darkness through into the light. There's going to be quite a confrontational inner truth that we just need to shine the light on. So again, that comes to that Hermit card. We've got it all within ourselves, but we need to come down out of that isolated position and start on the path of destiny that we're meant to be on. It's also about that Queen of Swords energy, about putting the emotions aside and going within and looking at this from an intellectual, knowledgeable, truth point of view. The inner truths as we find ourselves, find our way out of the caves. It is time. Perfect setting. It is time, and that's why, even though that meteorite has been there for goodness knows how many thousands, tens of thousands of years, it is time. We are in the perfect setting for this knowledge to come forward. Catch your breath and hang on for the ride. This is going to be really exciting. Catch your breath and hang on for the ride. And I'm actually going to show you the next two cards on the bottom because I put the deck down and sometimes I put it face down, but this time I put it face up, and there's a reason for that, because we are going to be clearing out the old way of thinking, the old way of doing, the old way of the societal capitalism setup. We are going to be clearing out the old, because these minerals are going to be bringing us an infinite blessing. Now, when I say infinite blessing, I'm reminded of that Six of Pentacles, where it's literally, to me, it's going to be an infinite energy source. Wow. Wow. Which is going to really change how society functions for the better, because there will be no suppression over oil over energy. It won't happen overnight. It will happen, and I'm excited. Entertainment only. Love to you all. Take care.